Hello guys, it's Michaela. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 simple switches that you can make to make your life more sustainable. So something I am super passionate about is our planet and protecting it, all in the name of God, because the Lord has given us this beautiful, gorgeous planet to live on and spread His word on until we ultimately go and live with Him in heaven. I know some of you don't view it that way, which is totally fine, but that's just why I myself care so much about this beautiful gift that I have been given by God to live on, and I just want to protect it and care for it the best I can. I feel like it is my own individual duty to do what I can do to do my best for the planet, to take care of it for myself and others and for the generations to come, and I see that as a way of honoring God. The amazing thing is that being more sustainable, being more ethical, being more eco-friendly is a huge trend right now. It is super popular, but ultimately that's such an amazing thing because everyone is becoming more aware and more conscious of how they're living and how they impact the planet themselves. Of course, as I'm so passionate about it, I always post it on my Instagram stories, and I have a whole highlight on my Instagram. I can put it here if you're super curious. It just has a bunch of stuff of like switches you can make, facts, and all that kind of good stuff, just to give you some ideas. I myself have used my own highlight as a guide for a lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you. So the first switch that you can make to be more sustainable is to bring your own reusable silverware, cups, and take-home containers when you go out to eat. I, being a high school student, I go out to eat pretty much every day, which I am not proud of, but it's just what I have time for, and it works. But I hate how every time I go somewhere, it's disposable napkins, disposable forks and spoons, and straws, and pretty much everything you can think of. You all know what I'm talking about, especially because I've worked in food service before. I just know the true magnitude of it. It's kind of insane how much plastic is used and disposed of every single day. But the way you can help is by, like I said, bringing your own reusable silverware. This is a picture of the set that I have. I just got it from Amazon. It was like 14 bucks or something like that, and everything I mentioned today will be linked down below. It's amazing. It works perfect. It comes with everything you could possibly need, and all you have to do is just carry it around with you in your car, your glove box, your backpack, anywhere. It's super small, it's super discreet, it's easy to carry around, why not? And then they also have metal to-go containers so that you don't have to use styrofoam, because styrofoam is actually not biodegradable. It kind of just sits in a landfill for like, I think it's 1,000 years or more before it just kind of goes away, but not really. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I just know styrofoam is really bad. Let's just put it that way. They have metal containers that you can buy and bring with you. You can get these online pretty much anywhere. Amazon, zero waste stores around your area. I think they might even have them at like the Container Store, Target. Yeah, they're super easy to find, and it's such an easy switch to make. The second thing you can do kind of goes with the first. You can bring your own reusable shopping bags when you go to the grocery store, when you go to the mall, when you go thrifting, wherever it is that you're gonna need something to put a bag in after you buy it. Bring your own bag. Sometimes there are even stores like the grocery store I go to, they give you a discount on your food that you have bought for bringing a reusable bag. And also, reusable bags don't have to be expensive or fancy. I have one from a company called Bagu that was gifted to me. Also, they sell them at so many markets and stores, which is super easy. You can just buy them before you even buy your produce. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at, again, zero waste stores. There's so many places to get reusable bags, and there's really no rules. Like, you can use a Lululemon bag, because I know a lot of people have those. You can use a canvas bag. You can use whatever you want, and it helps save some plastic. Something that I do a lot, even more so than using a reusable bag, is I just decline a bag altogether. Like, if I'm able to carry it, even if it's like 5 things, if I can like bundle it like this, I will decline a bag. I'll say, I don't need a bag, I don't need a receipt, and I just carry it with me, and that's that. I find it's a lot easier too, honestly. I'd rather just not have to deal with the hassle of a bag and just carry it, because then it's already with me and it's already ready to go, if that makes sense. The third one is also kind of goes with the theme of the first two, and that is to use a reusable water bottle instead of plastic disposable ones. I never grew up in a house where we would have like just bottled water. I don't know, when I was a kid I always thought that was weird when I went over to someone's house and they had bottled water, just because it wasn't what I was used to. But I know that a lot of houses use bottled water instead of like just regular tap water or the water dispenser on their fridge. I feel like a lot of people don't really think about it, and I think naming it in this list will make it easier to have people make it as a switch. The water bottle I use is a 40-ounce Hydro Flask. I tried to drink at least one of them during the day, but there's Swell, there's Nalgene, there's literally anything you can imagine. It does not matter what type of water bottle you're using, as long as you're cutting out that plastic and you're making an effort to do it reusable. Like when I go to a restaurant, I don't get like water in a plastic cup. I just put it in my water bottle and that's my drink. If I can avoid like fountain drinks altogether that have like the disposable cup, then I do that and I just get water. It's better for my body, honestly, and it's better for the planet. The fourth thing is my favorite topic and my favorite switch ever to make, so I really hope you follow this one, and that is to thrift your clothes or buy ethically if you can afford it. Also, shopping small. There are just so many options when it comes to switching your clothes out. I have been a thrifter my whole life, as most of you know if you've seen my thrifting videos, so it's something that is so dear to my heart personally, but it is also so amazing. And you don't have to thrift at your thrift stores either. You can, that's amazing. You don't have to like waste it on shipping, like packaging and stuff like that. But if there is something like specific you really want that you know that you can't find at all your thrift stores, then try Depop, ThredUp, Poshmark. There are so many apps that you can find exactly what you're looking for. Even like Craigslist, eBay, like the classic ones. I get all my clothes thrifted, like all of them. Like I thrifted this Levi's jacket from Depop. I thrifted my Mary Jane Doc Martens, which are vintage, for $70. Like there are so many amazing options that I think people don't consider when they hear the word thrifting. They think of just going to the thrift store, which is a huge part of it and which I actually prefer doing. But if you're one of those people that is very specific about their clothes and wants something more with a brand name, then those are options as well. You can still be sustainable in your shopping practices and get those brand names that you love. Ethically shopping, like finding companies and researching companies and finding out what their working conditions are like for their employees, finding out what materials they use and how much water and resources they are using to make those clothing items you are buying, because fast fashion is killing our planet at a rapid rate. And if you've never heard of fast fashion, that's places like H&M, Gap, like anywhere at the mall pretty much, department stores, anywhere that you can get clothes like this and it for cheap, that is fast fashion. And it's not made well, it's not made to last, and it's not good for the planet or the employees. I highly suggest you guys look into fast fashion if you're interested in sustainability and ethics. I myself love the brand Linen Fox because I love linen clothing. When you do shop ethically, it is an investment. It's very pricey at some places, but you just have to research, find that company you like, find the products you like, and truly decide that you're going to invest in it. And I found that has made my shopping practices so much more intentional, because I know every piece I have, I know each piece I need or what each piece came from. I love each clothing item I have so much more because I know it's made to last. I know I'm going to have it pretty much my whole life, and I know that I bought it with a purpose, which is so cool. But again, you don't have to shop ethically because that is so expensive. Thrifting is a much more affordable alternative and so much more easy to make, but ethical shopping is an option. The fifth switch that you guys can make to be more sustainable is to buy your books secondhand if possible. This one is kind of minor, and I know not everyone reads, but I myself, as a reader, I must encourage this, I must suggest it to all the fellow readers out there to buy your books at secondhand bookstores, or again, secondhand online. Like there's so many places to find secondhand books, especially if you're looking for a specific book. Also, like the library, because then you're not wasting that paper because that book already exists somewhere, you know what I mean? But I believe taking the time to research out shops with book, to find a good bookstore near you that is reusable books, will really be so worth it in the end. And this is definitely something I'm working on. I have not been checking used bookstores first before I go to like Barnes & Noble, which I love. But yeah, that's something I'm working on. Definitely not perfect, but this is also a suggestion for me as of for you. Okay, sorry if things look a little different. My card got full and I had to switch it. But anyways, I'm going to get to number 6. Yep, number 6, the alternative that you can switch to be more sustainable is to switch out your cow's milk for an alternative milk such as cashew milk, almond milk, nut milk, oat milk. They can make milk out of anything nowadays. I don't know how, but you can even make it yourself at home, which is amazing and something I've always wanted to do but never have, so maybe you can do it. But I will show you guys this post right here. If you want to see it in depth, it is on that Instagram highlight that I was talking about. You can also research it out just to learn more about it and the facts and statistics and proof to back up what I'm saying. Cow's milk is so bad for the environment. Like, never mind like if you're vegan or have ethical views on how animals are treated in the dairy industry or the farm industry or the food industry, whatever. Besides all that, if that's something you think about, this is something that is backed up by facts and proof and statistics and lengthy research to show that cow's milk is so bad for the planet, and just one person making that switch to an alternative milk makes all the impact and saves so many resources. Number 7 is something that I don't see talked about a lot, but I think it's so important. Stationery, specifically like pens and pencils. I, as a writer, a note taker, a journaler, I go through pens like crazy, which is so much plastic that is being wasted, so much rubber on the pen that is being wasted, and it's honestly wasting my money when I could be doing a cheaper alternative. So something that I recently have bought and love so much already is a quill pen. I just got it at Guyries. I'm pretty sure you can order them online anywhere. You can get them at Michael's, maybe, craft store. There are probably so many places you can get a quill pen. Basically, it's just like the pen piece and then the nib that you like insert into the pen, and then you get a bottle of ink. So basically, when you run out of ink, you are not wasting an entire pen and plastic. All you have to do is go out and buy more ink, and usually ink comes in glass containers, which is reusable. So you're not using up plastic, you're not throwing out plastic and contributing to that. You're literally being more sustainable in your writing practices, which is so cool. And also, it looks cooler than like a normal pen nowadays. It's just something that we don't think of anymore is our penmanship, and that's something that I care about, and a quill pen just adds to that, which is super awesome. If you feel weird about that and you don't want to do that, I totally understand. There's also the just Papermate like refillable eraser and lead pens, which pretty much everyone uses. I use those as well, and then you could literally keep 2 pencils for your entire life and just keep refilling the lead and the eraser. So that's also an option, but I am a pen gal, so I have switched to a Speedball quill pen, again, which what I have will be linked. Okay, number 8 is going to be to wrap gifts in recycled paper, such as newspapers, older wrapping paper that you kind of preserve, or just use craft paper. So craft paper is better because it's 1, cheaper, and 2, recyclable. I learned this Christmas that pretty much no wrapping paper is recyclable. So it actually says on the wrapping paper. So when you get your wrapping paper, make sure it says recyclable. If it doesn't say that, it's not, and it's just going to be thrown away and wasted, and obviously killing trees. There are just so many other ways to wrap your gifts and give away your presents in like a beautiful way, other than just using paper or tissue paper that's going to be discarded in a matter of minutes. Number 9 is kind of an obvious one, and I think it's something that naturally, as we get more technologically advanced, we are already improving on as a society, and that is to go digital, specifically in your documents, in your signings, in your writing, all of that stuff. So when I signed over my car loan, I used this program called DocuSign, and after I signed it, it literally told me how much water I saved, how many trees I saved, how much power I saved. It was so cool, and I realized that's something that each person can do easily, and maybe something that someone does every day. So if you are in need of signing something over, applying for something, try and find online programs that you can use, and they're completely free. There's no fee, and it just makes things so much easier and so much better for the planet. Okay, Okay, the last and final tip I have for you guys is number 10, and that is to shop and eat seasonally, which is something that I kind of heard my whole life but never really understood until recently. My mom would be like, oh, like strawberries aren't in season right now, like they're not gonna taste good, and I didn't know what that meant. I was like, who cares? They're obviously at the store so I can eat them. Getting fruits and vegetables and things like that that aren't in season actually negatively impact the planet because you're directly going against the seasons and like how growth and food was originally designed. All you have to do is go online, look up what fruits are in season in winter, what fruits are in season in summer, what vegetables are in season in winter, anything like that, and you can find out that each food that you may want to eat is in season during this time, and that is the best time to buy it. One, because it tastes the best because it's supposed to be made during this time, and two, because it takes up less resources to make because it is naturally being produced instead of being forced to be produced. If a farmer is trying to grow a crop that isn't normally produced in winter, they can grow it fine, but it's going to take up tons of water and tons more resources because that product is not supposed to be growing in each certain season. Honestly, I can make a whole video about this because it's amazing how God has designed each food to be in season during a certain time because each gives us the nutrients during each time of the year that we need. Like, I could just like go off about this topic, but I'm just gonna sprinkle it here as a small switch you can make. Just buy foods that are in season, buy locally, buy organic, buy from farmers markets. Like, there's so many ways to make this easy switch, and it might even be cheaper to buy what's in season because it wasn't as expensive for the farmers to make. That is all for today's video. I get so many questions about how to make simple switches to live more sustainably and live more ethically. I get DMs all the time from you guys and from my friends, and I thought I'd just go ahead and share these easy things because most of the switches I've made are these switches, and I hadn't even noticed most of them because they're just so effortless and so easy to make. So I hope that this changes your guys' view on the earth and how we care for it and how you can truly make an impact with your actions and your intentionality. I hope I gave you guys at least a little bit of an idea of where to start. I know it's kind of overwhelming. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.